Now let's look at step 2. How to answer an exam standard question in 10 easy steps. Step 2. What I want to look at now is this. Our focus in the exam must be on scoring marks. But from my perspective, what I say is marks equals minutes, i.e. if marks is what we're trying to achieve, we are going to make sure that we ration the time, the minutes, in relation to the marks. So if we look at our requirement, the requirements, there are 3 elements here because it's a 25-mark question. We have a 13-mark requirement, a 5-mark requirement, and a 7-mark requirement. That's all I really care about. As I said before, to pass the exam, you have to score marks. You could almost argue that getting questions right is incidental to that achievement. Although, of course, if you get the questions right, you will do well. The simple rule is this. We've spent 15 minutes reading time, that's gone. We now have 3 hours or 180 minutes. And we have 100 marks to score. So it's not rocket science to identify that we have 1.8 minutes for every mark. That means that with a 25-mark question, we are going to spend 45 minutes. No ifs, no buts. There is no way that you can avoid this allocation of time. If you get to the end of 45 minutes and you haven't finished the question, stop and move on. You have to, otherwise you will not do yourself full justice over the whole exam. Then what we do is we ration the time in relation to each part of each question. Now I said 1.8 minutes a mark, but the one thing that we don't want to do is to get too hung up about seconds. As far as I'm concerned, we can only manage time in 5-minute lumps. And so what I say is you make an estimate from the 13, the 5 and the 7 marks by multiplying up by 1.8. And of course, if you've done this many times during your revision, this will not be difficult to do in the exam. And then you round up or down to the nearest 5 marks. My suggestion here is that we spend 20 minutes on part A, 10 minutes on part B, and 15 minutes on part C. Please remember that when you are revising questions, you will practice in relation to time, because that is what it's all about. Using your time wisely, a critical constraint. So, in summary, allocate your time in 1.8 minutes per mark slots and round everything to 5-minute slots because that's all you can manage. Practice this from now onwards.